I'm Sonam, and this is today's Jewelry Consumer News. As the diamond business faces significant challenges in the marketplace, MBI's research team is exploring millennial consumer perceptions and their likely behaviors related to lab-grown man-made diamonds versus traditional mined diamonds. In this month's edition of Jewelry Consumer News, we spoke with some of the next generation of jewelry consumers to capture their thoughts about lab-grown versus mined diamonds. Watch with us as we gain a perspective on the general awareness of lab-grown diamonds among this important consumer segment.
I had been vaguely aware that diamonds could now be artificially produced in labs.
Yes, I was aware. I like keeping up with that stuff.
I actually just heard about lab-grown diamonds. They look the same. They are physically and chemically similar to mined diamonds.
I was not aware that diamonds could be made in the laboratory just the same way as, mined diamonds.
I wasn't aware that diamonds could be grown in the lab. I always assumed that, they always just come straight from nature. So the fact that it can be made in the lab with the same properties and the same characteristics, I think that's really interesting.
So I was not aware that lab-grown diamonds are a thing. That's pretty innovative, and I've never heard of it before.
Now let's see how this sampling of millennial jewelry consumers feel about actually purchasing lab-grown diamonds.
I would consider purchasing a diamond that's grown in a lab, because at the end of the day, if it does have the same properties, then a diamond's a diamond. So I wouldn't really have an issue with purchasing one that was grown in a lab compared to in nature.
I would definitely consider purchasing a lab-grown diamond versus a mined diamond, because if they're the exact makeup, like chemical makeup, and it's what it, by definition, scientifically a diamond is, then more power to being able to create that versus having to dig into somebody's land and fight over getting diamonds.
I would definitely purchase and wear lab-grown diamonds. I wonder if they would be cheaper, but I also understand there have been ethical issues with mining diamonds, and if laboratory diamonds looked and felt the same way as regular diamonds did, I would be completely open to purchasing those diamonds.
Yes, I would. I would purchase one because I think that it represents, strength, and I find the elemental properties of diamonds very intriguing, even if they weren't natural. If they were lab-grown, they can be really pretty.
I would prefer to purchase a lab-grown diamond over a mined diamond, since it seems economical in a way. First of all, they're conflict-free, and secondly, they're cheaper, slightly cheaper, and they all look the same.
Personally, I wouldn't find lab-grown diamonds as desirable in particularly sentimental jewelry that are supposed to be especially meaningful, such as your first engagement ring.
The classic gateway purchase for every jewelry retail store is the diamond engagement ring. Let's learn how this group of consumers feels about getting engaged with a lab-grown, man-made diamond.
So if I were to get engaged, I would definitely prefer to purchase a lab-grown diamond for at least one of my jewelry pieces, since they're so sustainable, and I feel like I'm doing something good for the community.
If I ever get married, I would probably rather purchase a grown diamond. I think that's cool. It's innovative.
If I were to get engaged, again, I think it would be the same thing. I would either go with the one grown in nature, or I would go with the one that was created in a lab. Because again, a diamond is a diamond, and I don't think my fiance would care either way, as long as it is a diamond.
If I were to get engaged, I would consider asking for a lab-grown diamond and wearing one as an engagement ring, as a wedding ring. I really don't think I would feel any difference in buying and wearing a real diamond versus a lab-grown diamond.
I am married, but my wedding rings were unfortunately stolen several years ago, and we haven't been able to replace them. So in that light, I would probably accept an artificial set, just given that at this point it's not as important for the diamonds to have any extra sentimental value.
No, I'd prefer mine diamonds, just because if I were to be getting married, I would want it to have more representation than just strength. I'd want it to represent the rarity and, raw nature of love. I guess. I don't know. Maybe if I was short on cash.
Thanks for watching today's Jewelry Consumer News. For more information on MBI's jewelry consumer market research, visit our website at mbimarketing.com. I'm Sanam, reminding you, it's the consumer's opinion that counts.